Guys, the world is more competitive than you could ever begin to imagine. The world is a lot more competitive than you could ever begin to imagine. And why am I saying this? I think sometimes as a learner, when you are in your school, when you're in your community, when you're on your village, the people that you see becomes your reality, right? Like if in your class no one is getting 100%, to you that kind of becomes off your benchmark. No one gets 100%. But in reality, the world is more competitive than you think. And that is why you need to work as hard as possible. You shouldn't wait for people in your class to get 100 in order for you to say that, you know what, I need to get 100. The learners that actually go to the nationals, you have no idea how hard those guys are working. Those learners that are going to the nationals, those boys and girls that are going to the nationals, they don't sleep. Their lives are incredibly balanced. They make sure that they study, they use their resources, they work so hard, they put in the effort, they respect their educators, they are in school on time, they are the last people to get out of class, they ask their educators questions, they make sure they are competitive. They practice all the question papers. They use all the resources. Again, they practice all the question papers, not to cram, because there's a very big difference between cramming question papers and actually practicing with question papers to understand how you answer questions. A lot of you guys, you just look at a question paper and then you just start to cram what was written. You cram the memorandum. The world is extremely competitive, and it doesn't just end in high school. It actually goes into the world when you're working on your workspace. It becomes so competitive. If you start a business, there are some other people that are doing the same thing or similar to what you're doing, so you also have to be competitive. And I think like high school becomes a very good starting point for you to learn competition. There's a very big difference with competition and greed. Right? So let's say that you know this very great creator, he's giving you great advices, and they also have amazing lessons. If you become a person that says that I am going to keep this information to myself, I'm going to learn from this channel myself, and then I'm gonna go back to my class and pretend like I'm smart, you're not competitive, you're not. You just have an unfair advantage from other learners in your class. Competition means that the field is square. Competition means that you also help your competitor in your class. Make sure that if there's a learner in your class that doesn't understand certain concepts, you become that one leader that says that I am going to teach you how it's done. We're gonna compete in the exam. Do you get it? We don't compete in learning. No, we learn together. And all of us, we need to make sure that we understand. All of us, we need to make sure that we are on the best condition during the exam day to actually pass. We only compete during the exam. There's a lot of learners right now, as you're watching this video, they are locked in. They're studying, they're working as hard. They don't have the resources, but they are locked in. They don't have the capacity, but they are locked in. There's a friend of mine that went to the nationals, and he doesn't have a very good sight of eye. Like he doesn't see as we do. We are privileged. We see, right? You see from afar. He has to put the book literally in front of his face. He went to the national. He was working. He was working, right? He didn't let that become an obstacle to him to say that just because I can't see well, it means that I'm not going to succeed. There's a lot of people outside that are working. When you go to sleep, when you're busy, they're boom scrolling on TikTok, dancing those challenges, or okay, I'm dancing. Some other learners are actually locked in. They're working so hard. Again, it's very important to have a balance in your life. But it's also very important to be as competitive as what other learners are. Don't just sit in your village and see the two peoples that are there and be like, oh, okay, this is the benchmark, this is how far we can go. No, there's a whole world outside of people working as hard. If you're in Limpopo, there's someone in Cape Town. If you're in Cape Town, there's someone in Limpopo, right? If you're in KZN, there's someone in Johannesburg. There's someone in Mpumalanga. We are not coming from the same communities. We're not coming from the same background. So people are working when you're not. Make sure that you don't go to bed because you feel like it. Make sure that you don't just go there and spend 3 hours on TikTok scrolling. Make sure that you earn your sleep. Every day, you tell yourself that this is what I want to do, and I am going to do these things. Guys, the world is more competitive than you think. And if you want to be at the top of your class, and if you want to be at the top of your circuit, at the top of your district, top of your province, to the nationals, you have to be competitive. It means that you have to respect time. You have to work as hard as possible. You have to earn your sleep. The little resources that you have, use them to the best of its abilities. Cheers, guys.